What's up, guys? Metapunk here. Today I want to talk about the future of finance with decentralized exchanges, DeFi, and asset tokenization. Alright, so let's get into it. So, a decentralized exchange, or better known as a DEX, is a peer to peer marketplace where transactions occur directly between crypto traders. DEXs fulfill one of crypto's core possibilities, fostering financial transactions that aren't officiated by banks, brokers, payment processors, or any other kind of intermediary. The most popular DEXs are like Uniswap that utilize the Ethereum blockchain and are part of a growing suite of decentralized finance. Okay, so an exchange like Coinbase or Crypto.com, those are centralized exchanges, and those are ran by institutions and have some sort of middleman between the transactions. But a DEX has no middleman and is basically ran by the community that utilizes the DEX. And I'm gonna get into some examples and how they work. All right, so I want to start off with Uniswap, which is one of the more popular decentralized exchanges that's on the ETH network. So with Uniswap, you can swap, earn, and build on the leading decentralized crypto trading protocol. And they have a pretty big ecosystem with over 300 plus decentralized applications. And down here, it shows the Uni token. So a lot of governance and a lot of rules and proposals go through the Uni token. So you use them for voting rights, basically. And I want to go into the decentralized applications real quick. And they have a lot of different things. So different decentralized applications, different wallet systems or tools to make your experience better. And if you launch the swap mechanism, you go into here. So you can swap your ETH for any form of stablecoin, wrapped to BTC or wrapped ETH, in exchange for any other token that's compatible with the Ethereum network. So for instance, if I want to buy LCX and my centralized exchange doesn't have it, then I can go to Uniswap and bring my ETH over here. So I want to buy LCX. I'm going to exchange my 1 ETH for LCX, and I would receive about 28,000 LCX. And the gas fee at the time would be $9.38. And the gas depends on how busy the network is and how big the transaction is. So now we're in a bear market. It's pretty cheap to actually do ETH transactions right now. And I want to get into different protocols later on, just besides ETH, that don't really have any gas fees, but I think it's important to showcase it because ETH is still the most popular as of now. Okay, another thing about this, um, to provide liquidity on Uniswap, you would stake your Uni, and then you can lend it out to other people providing liquidity. So that's how the network basically runs with these liquidity pools and the Uni token. Okay, here's another popular DeFi platform on the Ethereum network, which is Aave. So with Aave, you can stake your assets to provide liquidity and then earn interest on that staking. You can also borrow against your assets utilizing collateral to get instant liquidity. So down here showcases the different markets that are compatible with Aave. So you have the Ethereum network, Avalanche, layer twos like Optimism, Phantom, Polygon, Arbitrum, and others as well. And I want to showcase something like Aave because it shows the potential of DeFi platforms and then interoperability. So instead of just using Uniswap, I can actually utilize Aave and then connect with other networks to provide liquidity to others. So down the line, I'm going to really show you projects that are really interoperable and then how I can see them really going within each other. Okay, so for the last DeFi platform on the Ethereum network, I want to showcase the Synthetix, which is a decentralized perpetual futures trading platform. And down here, showcase the different tokenized assets that they have. So they have a tokenized version of the US dollar, the euro, and the rupee, and then other cryptocurrency assets like Ethereum, Bitcoin, Chainlink, Uniswap, and others. So I really want to showcase something like Synthetix because it shows the potential of asset tokenization. And this is just like a small example, but think about when other projects have a growing network and there's real mass adoption in cryptocurrency. You're gonna have tokenized cryptocurrencies. You're gonna have tokenized version of sovereign currencies, tokenization of commodities, and many more. So I'm really gonna get into these other networks that I see having a big role in asset tokenization next. All right, next up we have an article from Ripple, which is evolving RippleNet for a tokenized future. So here it states, since Ripple's inception, we have understood the potential of crypto to transform the financial system. from changing the way money moves across the globe through near instant payment settlements to the way we borrow and loan money through DeFi platforms. With this increase in adoption, there's a growing need for tokenization, the use of digital tokens to represent ownership of any type of asset, whether it's physical or not, on the blockchain. Tokenization is transforming how people buy, sell, track, and manage assets, everything from art, real estate, intellectual property, equities, and supply chain goods. And in fact, the World Economic Forum projects that 10% of the world's GDP will be tokenized by 2027. I think it's great that Ripple is acknowledging the market of asset tokenization, because you have Ripple's efficient network and then the XRPL's efficient network, and you combine that to bring real world assets that are going to be traded in institutional transactions and then public transactions as well for people like me and you as the retail investors. So yeah, a lot of potential right here. And then this is going to go into the project Sologenic, that is actually a DEX on the XRPL. All right, next up I want to talk about Sologenic, which is the DEX that runs on the XRP ledger. And then basically Sologenic, it's an exchange where you could tokenize assets, and then it also has a built-in decentralized exchange in it. And for the tokenization, you could tokenize a wide range of assets such as stocks and ETFs. And if we go down here, it shows like the benefits. So to join Sologenic, it has a simple sign up and verification process. You could tokenize a wide range of assets, and then you could trade over 40,000 assets. All right, now I want to talk about SoloNext, which is the tokenization broker solution on Sologenic. And pretty much SoloNext is created for the more private networks. So the businesses would include financial institutions, banks, brokerage houses, investment firms, and exchanges globally. And by using SoloNext, it's going to make the already existing system more efficient by using the XRPL. And some key solutions that they solve: you could tokenize multiple assets on here, such as stocks, ETFs, shares, and real estate, all on the XRPL. You can do fractional trading, which is actually pretty big. Like if you think about it, if you want to do fractional real estate ownership, you could do it on here. There's 24/7 trading of all asset classes. You can launch funding rounds, so you can raise funds for companies of all stages. You can manage your liquidity on here, and then have a fully manageable custodial service. This is big because once again, it's built on the XRPL, so it's going to make it censorship resistant, fast and efficient, responsible governance. It's very secure and adaptable, and then has an on-ledger exchange, so there's full transparency when utilizing this. All right, now I'm gonna get into the DEX that runs on Sologenic. Okay, so with the Sologenic DEX, you are in control. Jump into the future of DeFi with Sologenic. You can connect your private wallet, trade digital assets, or mint NFTs on a decentralized ecosystem. So some benefits of using the DEX: you have maximum security, you own the keys to your private wallet, you have pro trading tools, it's lightning fast because it's built on the XRPL, and then you can customize your trading panel any way you like. So some benefits of minting and trading NFTs: there are no gas fees, there are no commission, no additional fees because there's no middleman. It's very fast and secure. There's many categories you can mint your NFTs, so whether it's music, visual arts, motion graphics, sports collectibles, and many more. And then it has multi-language support. And here's some of the top trading pairs right here with the Sologenic and Coreum. And these are the top NFT collections. So you have OctoX, Money Minded Apes, the third gold tier collection, and X Spunks. And honestly, Money Minded Apes are my favorite. All right, now I'm gonna launch the DEX to give you an idea what it really looks like. So when you first load into it, it brings you to a trading spot market right here. So you can buy, sell, and trade different assets that are on Sologenic. And here's a little list right here. There's not too many because the Solo Dex just recently launched, so there's many more to come. Here's the NFT platform right here. So you can buy art on Sologenic. You have motion capture NFTs, music, metaverse projects, sports, and then there's many more to come. And then next you have a fiat dollar conversion. So I can actually get my real fiat dollars. So for instance, if I have 100 US dollars, then I can get 197 XRP, or I can get 309 Sologenic tokens, And then there's different payment methods right here. So I can use my Visa card, my Google Pay, and then with XRP, I can actually send it through my bank. And this goes to the third-party intermediary system, which is BankX. So basically, this is like a centralized fiat dollar conversion. If you don't want to actually go into a centralized exchange, you could just do it from here. And then you can also bridge assets from different networks. So you have the Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, Heiko, Avalanche, Polygon, Phantom, Celo, and many more. Here's the Sologenic card. So you could view balances and get access to exclusive rewards when utilizing it. It has an instant fiat dollar conversion through cryptocurrencies as well. So I could spend my XRP and then it'll instantly get swapped into fiat for the business that I'm spending the money on. You can actually borrow different assets using your cryptocurrencies as collateral with 0% rates, which is actually pretty cool. And then get exclusive benefits like using airport lounges, cashback, and many more perks. All right, so here's a broader view of the assets that are traded on Sologenic. So here's some notable names right here. You have Sologenic, Coreum, Bitstamp, Equilibrium, Expector, Casino Coin, Elysian, and many more. And it has a nice filtering system. So I can actually filter out what assets I want to be seen on here. So for instance, if I want a metaverse project, then I would click on Expector, and then it'll give you a brief overview of what Expector is, the price, market cap, supply, a trust score, which is actually pretty cool because it's gonna really filter out what projects are seen as a scam and what are not. It has a chart view of the asset, and then yeah, if I want to instantly trade it, then it'll send me back to the trading platform right here. So yeah, I really like the interface of Sologenic. The fact that it runs on the XRPL and then it has potential of having a lot of institutional adoption behind it. I see a lot of potential and a lot of growth with Sologenic. All right, so next up we have the layer one blockchain Coreum, which really goes hand in hand with Sologenic. So Coreum is enterprise grade blockchain. It's very modular, fast, secure, and interoperable. Coreum is the first EGB, which is a new generation of blockchains that is geared towards enterprise needs and compliance with ISO 20022. You can launch DeFi applications and protocols for businesses of any size. And here's some notable partners right here. Coreum has the ability to process up to 7,000 transactions per second with a federated group of 32 validators. And they claim that Coreum is the fastest blockchain in the world. It's very scalable with no limits. So they use the well-established Tendermint consensus engine and the Cosmos software development kit to bring low latency to proof-of-stake blockchains, making it more powerful and more efficient than proof of work. So yeah, I think it's great that this is built on Cosmos because Cosmos is very scalable and interoperable as a layer zero. And so applications can be written in many languages and compiled into the modern Turing-complete WebAssembly before processing. So different smart contracts created with different SDKs, so that's pretty big. And then it's going to have a multi-chain future. So with hundreds of blockchains currently being used, Coreum deploys a bridge functionally to interoperate with various chains through a collateralized wrapping. So yeah, having bridge assets, multiple SDKs being interoperable with the Cosmos chain, and then the other consensus mechanism that they have. I think Coreum has a lot going for it. Okay, so this part right here really goes into what enterprise grade blockchains are. Okay, an enterprise grade blockchain network is a new generation of blockchains that are geared towards enterprise solutions. An EGB is a new standard introduced by Coreum for blockchain networks specifically designed to provide the essential tools and infrastructure for enterprises of any size to build and run decentralized applications. In compliance with ISO 20022, some key elements of the EGB networks bring security, scalability, interoperability, efficiency, and compatibility with regulatory requirements. Okay, so this page shows the main use cases of Sologenic and then the different ecosystems they're interoperable with. So for the tokenized security use case, they're interoperable with Sologenic. For liquidity providers, they use Key Rock. For stablecoins, they use USDC and USD Tether. For cross-border payments and banking remittances, they have Swift. For wrapped cryptocurrencies, they have the ERC20 and the Binance Smart Chain tokens. Lending platforms, they use BlockFi and Nexo. For metaverse apps, they use Decentraland, Sandbox, and Meta. For decentralized exchanges, you have Uniswap and the Sologenic Dex. For gaming and play to earn apps, they're connected with Axie Infinity, and then NFT marketplaces. You have Sologenic Dex and OpenSea. So yeah, a lot of efficient and mainstream networks right here. So you combine those with the Coreum network. I think it's gonna bring a lot of traffic and a lot of use case. Okay, so I have another tweet from XX on Twitter, and it shows a visualization of Coreum. So you have all of its efficiencies right here, going through a ISO 2022 compliant network, the on-chain issuance, minting, and tokenization of assets. We have the smart contract capabilities, and then down here it shows all the problems that it solves and all the networks that it can connect to. And then it shows the interoperability with Sologenic through cross-chain interoperability. So if someone gets send their assets through a Coreum network, and then it instantly gets converted and sent into the Sologenic Dex or into an XRP wallet. So yeah, that's why I really love Coreum. Like just the efficiency itself, plus the interoperability and tokenization capabilities that it brings. Like I think it's a very big sleeper right now and has a lot of potential for growth. All right, next up we have the Lattice Exchange that runs on the Constellation network. So Lattice is a full Web3 gateway for Constellation's ecosystem. It includes decentralized governance, node management, and various reward programs. Okay, so here's the reward program. So you could stake up to 250,000 DAG tokens for a month. And then once that month is done, then your tokens get released and then you'll receive additional rewards. And then the more tokens you stake, then the higher rewards you get. So if you stake 500,000, then you'll get 2 times the amount of the reward. This is the launchpad. So basically, any network or any application that's being created on the Constellation network, you could stake a certain amount of Lattice tokens. And then once it raises a certain amount and then it's actually released onto an exchange, then you'll get rewarded for that as a swap mechanism. So for instance, I want to swap my DAG tokens for pretty much any token because it's a layer zero. It's very interoperable. So there's a lot of different networks you can purchase assets on. So for example, if I want to buy Algorand, um, I could swap, for instance, 5,000 DAG tokens for 745 Algorand. And then I'll show you another one, for example, because there's so many different networks that they have. So if I want to buy XRP on here, then I can instantly get XRP. So there's pretty much like an unlimited amount. Let me put one more. Avalanche. Right here they have AVAX. So that's pretty cool right here, having the interoperability. Okay, so now we have the node manager. So you can manage your soft nodes that you have in the reward program. And then you have another reward program called the Door Traffic Miner. And then you can manage your testnet nodes all in one system right here. And then lastly, you have the governance page. So you can lock up your Lattice tokens and then you'll receive VE Lattice tokens. And then basically with these VE tokens, you can create and vote proposals on the network. Here's the total amount that are staked and locked in the Lattice network. And then here's the total amount of the rewards tokens that were distributed. So yeah, I think it's a really interesting exchange, especially the fact that it has layer zero interoperability through the Constellation network. Now, I'm very bullish on this DEX when there's real mass adoption and real utilization on different networks. Okay, next I'm going to talk about the exchange Globiance that runs on the Zenfin network. So basically a brief overview of what it is. Globiance is a financial services group consisting of cryptocurrency exchanges and financial institutions that are situated in Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Lithuania, Singapore, Switzerland, and many more. Globiance provides financial services for corporate and retail customers. The Globiance platform covers the exchange and trading of crypto and fiat currencies, stablecoins and major currencies, and payment solutions and worldwide transfers. So right here, they have a native token called GBEX. They have a centralized exchange, a decentralized exchange, and then a staking platform. And I'm going to go into the payment solution that they provide. So this is the best way to manage your cryptocurrency payments. With smart products designed to fit your needs, the Globiance Payment Solutions offers secure and easy to integrate payment services to make your business crypto ready. And then they have a point of sale and QR code payment system. So run your business out of your pocket. With Globiance point of sale and QR code pay, you're ready to accept payments from all around the world. Generate a QR code containing all payment details and easily provide it to your payment partner. Okay, so down here shows how the point of sale works. So in this picture, someone was paying someone for babysitting, and then they paid that babysitter in GBEX. So they sent him this amount, which is equivalent to 11.5 US dollars, and then they just instantly scanned it through the QR code. So it's really simple to use. Okay, so this is the GBEX token that runs on the Globiance network. So GBEX is the world's only deflationary exchange token. This is a revolutionary token. GBEX, the exchange token, is combined with the features that previously were only available in meme tokens until now. The deflationary design of GBEX virtually melts away the total supply daily with every transaction. So how it works, every single transaction rewards GBEX holders using the GBEX tax and burn model. Whenever a user transfers GBEX, a 4% tax will be collected. 2% of those tokens are instantly burned, and then 2% are distributed back to the GBEX holders. So some benefits of GBEX: it has real utility as a active community. It's very low in energy consumption. It's audited. It's very high performance, and then it runs on the Zinpin network. And here's the tokenomics. So it has a really big supply. It has 500 trillion like a meme coin. But as of now, over 120 trillion GBEX tokens were burned. So now is a supply of 379 trillion tokens. When institutions really start using this, and there's more clarity in the crypto market, then I can see this really burning like crazy, especially when a lot can use it. All right, so now I'm going to get into the decentralized exchange of GBEX. So, I mean, the thing about this, it's not fully built out yet, so there's not a lot of tokens you can swap for yet. So here's a little list. You have the Globiance Euro stablecoin, the GBEX token, and the US dollar Globiance stablecoin. So like I said, nothing too crazy. But we do have another alternative to GBEX, which is XSwap. So XSwap is a protocol that's the first automated market maker and launchpad on the XDC network. So with XSwap, it's a decentralized exchange for XRC20 tokens that's built on the XDC network. It allows all customers to swap in their tokens inside secure pools. And then they also have a bridging mechanism. So this is called the all-chain bridge, and then I'm going to show you how it works real quick. So if I want to swap Bitcoin for XDC, all I have to do is connect my wallet, and then I can send, for instance, 1 Bitcoin that's on my wallet, and then the fees are actually pretty low because it runs on the Zinpin network. So 1 transaction equals 1 XDC, which is not a lot. So let me do another project. So for instance, if I have Ethereum, I'm gonna send 5 ETH, then same transaction fees, and then I'll receive over 256,000 XDC instantly. And then they also have NFTs that you can swap for, and you can connect your different hot wallets right here. Okay, so now I'm gonna launch the DEX, and it's the same as Globiance. Uh, these aren't fully really built out yet, so there's not a lot of tokens you can buy. But they do have GBEX tokens. They have WildSpace tokens, which is a pretty interesting project to look into. And then they also have the native asset, which is XSwap. So I mean, a lot of potential because it runs on the Zinpin network. But like I said, nothing too crazy yet. Okay, so we have a service on the XDC network called My Contract, or also known as Origin. And basically here you can create your own token on the XDC network with no coding required. So you can create smart contracts and also tokenized assets on here. The assets will be verified contracts. You can add it to any wallet, and then you can add different components like minting, burning, and pausing. And then this kind of goes into something like Trade Finex, which is really similar. You could tokenize different securities on here and then exchange it to different institutions on here. This person can send their security and then they can send their version of their security. So yeah, a lot of efficiency on XTC, but it's just a matter of waiting for more development on this network. Okay, now we're on the Hedera network, and then this is their decentralized exchange, which is Saucerswap. So Saucerswap is the first decentralized exchange on the Hedera network. It has taken advantage of the many benefits Hedera and its native services offer to establish itself as a trusted marketplace for financial activities, such as token swaps on the Hedera network. This is a automated market maker which facilitates trading of digital assets between participants and ensures liquidity on the exchange through incentivizing liquidity providers. Okay. And then this talks about why they chose Hedera. So basically, they chose Hedera because of their low fee structure. So every transaction is less than 1 cent per transaction. And then it can do up to 10,000 transactions per second, which is very efficient. And then they also use it for their Hedera token service and then the Hedera smart contract service, which basically you can mint fungible and non fungible tokens without smart contracts. All right, so now I'm going to launch the DEX to give you an idea of what it looks like. So this is the first pioneering DEX on the Hedera network. And down here shows the TVL. So there's over $19 million that are staked on this network. It has a market cap of $7.8 million, a daily trading volume of $53 million, a circulating supply of 274 million, and then all-time trades of 325,000. And down here you see the swapping mechanism, the liquidity provider, and then the staking pool. Okay, so here's the swapping mechanism of Saucerswap. So for instance, if I have 5,000 H bar, then I would receive 10,000 Saucer tokens. And then if we actually go into the other assets, there's a lot of EVM or ERC20 tokens that are compatible with Ethereum, because the fact that Hedera is a DAG and uses hashgraph tag is very interoperable with other assets. So I think down the line, besides ETH, there's going to be many more services. So maybe you have Binance Smart Chain assets or AVEX assets. So if I want a ERC20 token like Quant, I can instantly get it swapped. So my 10,000 H bar would be converted into 3.74 Quant instantly. So seeing mechanisms like this, I see a lot of potential in the Hedera network, because you have assets that will be EVM compatible, whether it's actual tokens or NFTs, and then you have the potential growth of adding other chains as well, such as Binance and many more. So this mechanism is really similar to the Lattice Exchange, how you have multiple assets on here, and I could see Hedera Saucerswap turning into something like that down the line. All right, now I'm gonna end this off with the decentralized exchange called StellarX. So StellarX is a better way to trade. This is the first decentralized crypto platform with global fiat gateways. You could trade assets like Bitcoin and exchange it for currencies like euros, the Chinese yuan, all on the StellarX network. So if you go into the network, it shows all the trading pairs that they have. So you have Stellar-based stablecoins and other cryptocurrency assets like XRP, Bitcoin, and so on. So they actually have a lot of assets on here compared to the other dexes that I showed you. Um, they have a swapping mechanism, so I could swap my Stellar for any other cryptocurrency instantly. And there's, yeah, like I said, there's many different cryptocurrencies, and I believe they're actually a Stellar native asset. So if I buy something like ETH, then I believe it will be a Stellar network based Ethereum token. And then they also have a automated market maker system right here. And then finally they have a third party crypto exchange system. So I can exchange my fiat dollars for XRP or any form of other cryptocurrency instantly. And because it's third party, it'll go through a banking system or something like MoonPay. So yeah, honestly, I think this is one of the best dexes out here that I showed you. There's a lot of potential going for StellarX. And then I want to end this off with a few notable dexes. So this one's Sunday Swap that runs on the Cardano network. So you can swap assets. So I can swap my ADA for any form of Cardano asset. And they actually have a decent amount. I think this Dex launched last year around the same time, so they have a decent amount, and then still a lot more to come. And then right here you have Trader Joe, which is a Dex that runs on the Avalanche network, and they have a lot going for it. They have a trading platform, a liquidity pool, staking platforms, NFT platform. You can launch DApps, and then you can also lend out your cryptocurrency. So here's the interface for the trading platform. They have various assets right here that are mainly AVAX tokens. If I go into the NFT platform, this is called joepegs.com, and they have a decent amount of NFTs already out. And I really want to showcase stuff like AVAX and Cardano as well, just because they're like efficient alternatives to Ethereum. Pretty much all these projects I showed you are really good alternatives to ETH. Not to say ETH is like gonna be completely irrelevant because of competition. It's just I think that people only really see the ETH networks, and then these other networks don't really get talked about. I think it's important to have other alternatives to just Ethereum, because if you want to build applications or just be part of these networks, you want to be part of a network that works for you. So maybe someone else really enjoys Ethereum, but someone really enjoys something like Saucerswap, or for instance, someone enjoys something like Trader Joe. All right, so that's the end of the video. Thank you so much if you made it this far. I really appreciate it. Um, Actually, real quick, as I'm recording this, the FTX token is being rug pulled right now, and Binance is acquiring it. So that's actually funny to see how the market's reacting right now. Um, but yeah, so those are the dexes I wanted to show you guys that were alternatives to just Ethereum, because I feel like they haven't really been showcased. Um, as the market really grows and there's more mass adoption, I can see asset tokenization playing a big role through these dexes or just these networks in general. So something like Sologenic and Coreum combining interoperability and tokenization, I could see being really big powerhouses. Everything I said was not financial advice at all. This is just for entertainment purposes only. So it's your boy Metapunk, and I'm signing out.